Well, hold on there, Tishy Tish, because justice may just start raining down on you like water. That's because the Trump-hating New York State Attorney General is once again being referred for criminal charges to the Department of Justice for alleged funny business involving her two homes, big real estate magnate, in the same state, the state of Virginia. What's up with that? She lives in New York, where she's Attorney General. She's required to live there under state law. Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bull Pulte, that's right, Bull Pulte, claims that Big Tish may have falsified information on more than one occasion with insurance companies in Florida and in Illinois. That shouldn't be a problem. She's got Democrat Party protection in one of the two letters sent yesterday, this one to the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida. Pulte includes evidence of an application for home insurance submitted by Tishy Tish there with a Fort Lauderdale-based company. That's peculiar. Claiming that her home in Norfolk, Virginia would be unoccupied for 5 months of the year, but Tish's niece told a grand jury that she was living in that home rent-free for 5 years. For 5 years, not living in New York, like she said. And in another letter, this one to the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois, spreading all over the place. What a nation we have. Pulte includes a court document that shows that Tish James appears to have claimed that to Allstate Insurance Company that her Virginia home would only be occupied by one individual when neighbors said that she was living there with 3 children. You recall last November, a Bill Clinton-appointed judge dismissed mortgage fraud charges against Tish James involving those same Virginia homes, ruling that U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan was improperly appointed to the position. Isn't that amazing? So, when you're a Democrat, you just do this stuff, and she's supposed to be a lawyer. She's the chief law enforcement officer in the state of New York, and she apparently doesn't know the law very well, or she just ignores it. Does she not know the law, or does she just assume that she'll get away with it?
Well, maybe she just doesn't like the law because, she's in New York. We know rent costs are high. They're making prices high. And if I'm remembering correctly, in the mortgage fraud situation, she was claiming she had another residence, was her primary residence to save money, and definitely wasn't saying it was in New York. Was that correct?
Yeah.
Which would be, more expensive.
Yeah, well, that's true. And she is required by New York state law to live in New York if she's going to be the chief law enforcement officer there. And then she goes around telling everybody that she lives all over the place and, for a part of the year and another part of the year, and buying real estate in all kinds of places where she allegedly doesn't live.
I don't blame her. Parts of Norfolk, it's a great fishing spot, are nice to live. Downtown needs a little bit of help. It's struggled a little bit. And Portsmouth and that region, they need more attention. But yeah, she has been engaging in a lot of corruption throughout her tenure. And I think we could all have been suspicious about her because her cause célèbre was running to impeach now second-term President Donald Trump. So when I look at that and think that that's your main reason for running, I don't care what your partisan label is. If that's what you're truly running for, I'm immediately suspicious. So we could identify it from there. It's usually projection.
Well, Jason, it doesn't look good for her, right? I mean, she's got all kinds of red flags all over the place.
Well, we'll see. I mean, last time people were saying it didn't look good for her. Not only did that judge dismiss the case, 2 grand juries refused to re-indict her. They tried several times. She seems to be winning and owning the Department of Justice right now. So we'll see and it seems like they keep going after her and keep going after her, which really does start to seem like malicious prosecution. So we'll see how this all works out. We'll see if there's actually a there, because last time it didn't work out very well for the DOJ.
I think they did malicious prosecution of Trump. And when she had Trump
she held him accountable. He actually got held accountable by a jury.
Well, when she had him under
they didn't
oath
get to a jury with her.
Million persecutions of him, she should have asked him while he was under oath, hey, you know a thing or two about mortgages and home ownership and all of these properties. I'm trying to build the James empire. You have the Trump empire. I want to do my own little property thing. How can I be as successful as you are? She could have asked him that under oath. And the thing about Tish James that she's lucky about right now is Virginia's Attorney General is a criminal. He's not just a criminal's defender. He loves criminals. He himself is a vicious criminal. So there has got to be someone who's going to prosecute crime in Virginia. It's going to be the feds. It's not going to be Jay Jones.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.